The Ringing Cedars, Series 12, Anastasia, Book 1, Vladimir Megre. I suggested that she come to Moscow herself and appear on television. Just think, Anastasia, you could be so beautiful as a photo model, a world-renowned model. Anastasia laughed out loud and, like a child, began to do pranks, move around the clearing like a model on a catwalk. It became funny to me how she imitates a model, leg by leg while walking, and shows an imaginary dress. I clapped and, becoming a participant in the game, announced, "Dear audience, the best pop soloist will perform in front of you today and will perform his best works. I pray." Oh, how wrong I was not to believe in her abilities. And later something like that happened. She started singing in the voice of Alla Pugacheva. No, she did not parody the great singer, did not imitate her voice, but really sang, freely expressing not only voice, melody, but also feelings. She performed one of my favorite songs, recorded on videotape. And now, very respected ladies, gentlemen and comrades, a unique, exceptional point of the great world dressage. The most skilled, brave, sorceresses and able to tame all kinds of beasts. Watch and enjoy. Anastasia even screamed with delight, jumped and clapped her hands rhythmically, shouted something, whistled. Something unimaginable started happening in the clearing. The fox appeared first. She jumped out of the bushes and stopped along the edge of the clearing, turning around with an expression of incomprehension. Squirrels were running on the farthest trees, jumping from branch to branch. 2 eagles were flying low. Some animals were rustling in the bushes. There was a crackling of dry branches, spreading and pressing with the weight of the bushes. A big bear ran out into the clearing. He stopped, as if buried, next to Anastasia. The fox snarled at him in disapproval. Apparently he got too close to Anastasia, for which he was not invited. Anastasia grabbed the bear's paw, began to bend over and pulled the bear behind her, creating the impression that she was throwing it over her. This mastery would not have been possible if the bear had not done it alone and Anastasia was only guiding him. The fox became more and more restless. She didn't stand still, but ran from one side to the other, growling or roaring in displeasure. At the end of the clearing, several more wolves appeared. There was no threat in the rustling of the forest around us, but excitement. The excitement was felt in the big and small animals, which jumped, ran and hid. Anastasia would make it so that the excitement subsided. First she would caress the fox, pat it on the back of the head, and, hitting it like a dog, send it away. The bear was lying on its side, settling awkwardly. He must have expected that he would still be needed. Anastasia would approach him, order him to get up, caress his muzzle, and just like a fox, send him out of the clearing. They don't understand hypocrisy, and they don't need to understand it. It's not good at all. Anastasia noticed and asked me, "So what am I like? Can I find a place for myself in your life somewhere?" "You're doing well, Anastasia, but we already have all that." The trainers in the circus also show a lot of interesting things with the animals. You will not be able to win a place and find a job because of the obstacles of officials, a lot of conditioning and intrigues. You're not good at it. I would, of course, like to visit one of the cities once more, perhaps Moscow, because I would like to see for myself how precisely I can sort out certain circumstances in your lives. For example, it is not entirely clear to me how the dark forces manage to drive women crazy to the extent that they attract men with the beauty of their bodies, without them even being aware of it, thus not giving them the opportunity to make the right choice, which is dear to the soul. And then they themselves suffer because of it. I can't create a good family, because. So we started amazing conversations again about sex, family, raising children, what needed to be understood. The most amazing thing was that Anastasia was able to describe our reality, to know it perfectly and in detail.